Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's now Friday the 12th of July. Heading home at about 10 to 6 in the end. It's been a long week, and apologies for not doing a vlog last week, but I did do one last week. Managed to completely forget to do Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. Drop the parcels off. It's a bit darker. It's sunny one side and really dark the other side. Drop the parcels off at the petrol station. Got back in the car, drove off, got to Stumpcross Lights before I realised I was still supposed to be doing the vlog. Started it again about there, and then I just
warning, expand, radar, check speed.
Ended up just not doing it. I mean, I did it to home, but it was a bit of a half-done effort, to be honest. So, yeah, in the end, I was busy all day Saturday doing stuff and out. It was quite sunny, wasn't it? So I did that. And then Sunday, took the boys to see Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man film at the cinema. And then we went to see my dad's, watched some of the brass band contests in Brighouse, had tea at my dad's, and then came back, and by the time I'd done a Sublime Sunday post, then that was that done, and by the time Monday came I was like, well, it's too late to do the vlog now, so I'll just wait until this week and do it this week instead, and we can have Mr. Nelson's words of wisdom proper and everything else. So yes, that's it. That's what went on. So 2 weeks worth of stuff has happened. It's been 2 really busy weeks at work. You seem to have loads of stuff happening at the moment. Main thing's been, I mean, yesterday I got to work and there was 2 pallets of green coffee waiting for me. 1.2 tons of green coffee, to be precise. Mainly because we got 16 kilo sacks of Brazilian Peaberry coffee beans in, specifically Peaberry. That's because a customer, well, prospective customer I've been working on for about 4 months, for roasted coffee, finally confirmed an order last Thursday for 100 kilos of Brazilian Peaberry roasted, but that's going to be now per month till Christmas, 100 kilos a month till Christmas, so I had to make sure I had enough in to fulfill that. So we got all that in, but of course they wanted the coffee. They ordered it last week, but of course by the time you order it in from a broker and it's going to come from the bonded warehouses down at Tilbury, it takes a while to arrive. They're kind of wanting it today to start off with. So it arrived yesterday morning. I just had to get on and start roasting. Roasting in 5 kilo batches takes a while to do 100 kilos. And it got chuffing hot in the roasting room as well. So I did 6 roasts and I was starting to melt. So I let it cool down a bit. And thought also I'd better empty my chaff collector. And the thing is, you can't really empty it while the roaster's on because it blows all the chaff out at you and fills everywhere with chaff, which makes a right mess. But you can't turn the roaster off while it's hot. It's a bit of a double problem there. So I had to wait for the roaster to cool enough that I could turn it off and then get all the chaff out. And then after I'd done that, heat it back up again, and 6 roasts was exactly too much. Exactly. It was either the exact right amount or it was too much, because as I opened the chaff bin and loads of chaff just came falling out at me. It was chock-a-block full. And I've got to admit, the roof out where the chimney comes out upstairs doesn't normally have chaff around it, and it had chaff around definitely. So I think the chaff had kind of filled up, and then it was just not staying in the chaff collector anymore, was going outside. So 6 roasts was a bit too much, but that's what I had to do. So I did 6, emptied that out, which was loads and loads, warmed it back up again, and got another 6 done. So I actually got 60 kilos done yesterday, which is the most roasting I've ever done in a day. It got to 32 degrees in that roasting room. And that was from the small roasters temperature, and also I've got a carbon monoxide detector on the far wall, and that also gives the ambient temperature of the room. So, and that had 32 degrees on, so it was hot in the roastery. So yeah, melting away I was. But I got that done. I had to do the other 40 today, plus another 10 Nicaraguans. I did another 50 kilos roasting today. And it's been, I did 40 odd kilos on Wednesday, plus I had 3 people come to see me. One about a 20 kilo roaster, so he was watching me roast. Then someone from Square Chapel about replacing the coffee equipment. And then a customer from Huddersfield who has coffee shop and like retails coffee, and he's interested in a 1 kilo roaster. So I was roasting loads of coffee and talking to loads of people on Wednesday. Monday I had a load of coffee to roast, and I think I did I think I've roasted every day this week. It's just been mental. Right, shall we do Miss Nellis's words of wisdom before we go and get rid of parcels? Let's do Mr. Nellis. Now I've got it, finally, before I forget again. So 2 weeks worth of words of wisdom from Mr. Nellis. He's been to Salt Air Mill, as he watched the history of Salt Air Mill at there and Roberts Park on Monday. Sounds good. He's been to the Murgatroyd Arms with his mum for tea on Monday evening. He's been to Standage Museum as a pen and magpie trip on Tuesday. And he sang Every Breath You Take from the Police at the Feathers Pub on Tuesday evening. Science and Industry Museum voting to strike this summer. The Stolen King Tut bust sold for 4.7 million. That's an expensive bust. The death of John McCririck. Yes, of course, they're famous. He was famous for horse racing betting, wasn't he? He did all the hand signals for different betting rates or whatever it was. Have you seen the cartoons called the Raggy Dolls? Yes. And the Shoe People, not Shoe People, that's a new one on me. Also, the death of Rip Torn. Yes, I saw that. And he's been to Murgatroyd's with Mum on Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday afternoon, actually. So there you are. So that's it. Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom done. And now we'll get rid of parcels. So I shall see you in a minute. Okay. See if we can extract us. Oh, yeah, we're going to do well here. Straight off. So, yeah, I'm a bit depressed actually. I'm looking over there at these dark clouds. I was looking forward. It was looking nice and sunny. I thought, I'll get home, I can sit out in the garden, get a bit of sun in the evening after being stuck inside all day at work. And now it looks like there's some horrible dark clouds coming over. It's going to probably pour it down. Unless they're blowing away, which would be nice, but no doubt that won't happen. So, yeah, so we watched Spider-Man Far From Home on Sunday morning in the end. We were going to go Saturday, but it was really nice on Saturday. And I was kind of umming and ahhing about times to go, as you do. And it was really sunny, and the boy and all his friends were playing out and doing stuff. So I was like, oh, do you know, I can't wait until Sunday and go then. And it was probably good actually we waited, because then his other friend came as well, so there was 3 of them. It's a 12A film, which is a new rating on me. Apparently that's under 12s have to go with a responsible adult, so that was them stuff, because they only had me to take them. But they let them in anyway with me. I must have looked responsible. I put my responsible face on. and they let me through with them. And so yeah, we went and watched that. It was a good film actually. I quite enjoyed it. And they all seem to enjoy it well. Of course, it's all linked in with the Marvel universe now, so it kind of links quite a lot with the Avengers last two films, Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War, and whatever else. So yeah, it was on the whole a good, enjoyable film. But I've not actually seen the previous Spider-Man one, which was Homecoming, I think it was. So I'm gonna have to watch that. Last night I watched X-Men Dark Phoenix,
30 miles per hour,
or Rise of the Dark Phoenix, or whatever it is. So that was pretty good actually. That was an alright film. Not really watched a lot else this. I've been kind of busy, like I say. I've been out as much as possible this week. Although the weather's not been fantastically good. But if the sun's out, it's relatively warm. That's the main thing, isn't it, really?
Risk zone, speed limit, 30 miles per hour.
So I've not had a chance to watch a great deal of stuff other than that. So other than that, can't really say anything too exciting happened other than I've roasted a ridiculous amount of coffee. And packed and shipped a ridiculous amount of coffee, and just been general busy. There seems to be a lot of orders generally, to be honest, at work, which is good. Business still going strong. Lots of inquiries about stuff as well. So sort of see what happens that way. Oh dear. This weekend, I don't know, I could do with having a relaxing day tomorrow, I think, after the week I've had. It's been pretty hectic. And then Sunday going to York. So a day trip out on Sunday, so that'll be quite good. Next week, crikey, that's an old tractor. What's he up to? Apart from his argument with someone. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh dear, not to worry. So yeah, day trip out on Sunday, and then next week, last week at school for the boy before the school holidays, so he's gonna be happy when he gets his break from school. Not that he doesn't like going to school, in fact he's been doing very well with his reading recently, but I think he'll be ready for the summer holidays to come now. And then I'll also get the break of getting a lie in in the morning, because I won't have to get up early just so I can specifically try and wake him up and get him sorted out. So that'll be good for me as well. Summer holidays. Let's hope the sun comes back a bit for it. It's definitely grayer over here, isn't it? Question is that sun that I've left in Halifax following me to Bradford? So I'll be able to enjoy it, or I'm going to have to sit out in the grey. Not that I mind, as long as it's relatively warm and not 32 degrees. Oh, it's just too hot. Ridiculously hot. I need some better instruction or something in the roasting room. It's a bit of a sealed unit and it just bottlenecks heat one way or the other. So let's have a look. What's a bit of a last minute parking? Other exciting things, not a lot really. Been steady away as far as steaming goes. I just been busy with other stuff. So I kept up with my Sublime Sunday post, which of course do that. I didn't do the vlog last week, so I couldn't upload it because I didn't do it. I could do with doing some coffee posts, but you know, at the end of the day, at the moment, I'm doing so much work. You know, I'm getting home, I'm just done. I just want to get in, chill out a bit and sleep, and that's it. I can't really drum up the desire to sit and start writing massive posts on Steam It about anything. So not really done many. I could do with just doing one, because just so people know I'm still alive, basically. Which I might do one tonight if I'm feeling super tired. So super. I can't even think of the word now. My brain's that befuddled. Super inspired to maybe do a post. That's what I'm thinking of, isn't it? But other than that, I just don't know. Oh, go away, dark sky. I was so looking forward to sitting out in a bit of sun. It's stuck inside in the heat and no air or anything. I just want to get home and get some fresh air and sit out. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Suicidal, no helmet. Probably no license, tax disc or anything for it either. There was a big crash. I think further up Cooper Lane actually. Last Saturday night. I heard some tyres squealing about. They do tend to race around here like loons. But a Mercedes and a little Vauxhall GTI Golf collision. It looked like one of them had just flown out of a junction without bother checking if anyone's coming or not. Just a case of I'm going and stuff the rest of you, and there was someone in the way and he slammed into it. So righty-ho, what's going on here then? So wait for this one. Get parked up. See if Ellis comes to do his usual little dance. He's around. He's riding that little bike that they got found somewhere. Like he's gonna have a look now. Yeah, see, he's figured out that I'm gonna be vlogging. Oh, that's it. Now I'm done in. They're always winding me up about it as well. Right, so have a good weekend and week next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. See ya.